Welcome back to episode 8 of my spring mini-series on what to do during the season. Today, I'm building a modern gym that blends classic workout spaces with spa day features, so your Sims can really go all in, whether it's intense training, group workouts, or cooling down after a long session. It's bright, it's active, and all about that spring reset. With that said, let's jump straight into the build! I decided to build in New Crest, a place which resembles a city more than a suburban area to me. I wanted to have a modern gym, so I'll be really playing with the shape of it, and I will create something which I've never built until now. I used the roof for that to somehow support the building in front of it and to somehow support the roof on top of it, right? But honestly, this was so difficult to make. I left the footage here for you to see the process and for you to maybe feel better about yourself when you are building and things don't go exactly how you want them to go. Because, this was such a pain in the ass to create it. It was not aligning, it was not at the same distance, it was not at the same angles. So I had to really think how to make this work. At the end though, I am very pleased with the final form and final shape, and I hope you will be too. But the process to get it there was really frustrating. I was really playing with the shapes this time. On the sides, I created the ramps. I was thinking maybe someone who is maybe handicapped or maybe someone who needs the ramp to go upstairs will appreciate it. I also played a lot with the platforms. I was thinking firstly to make different levels, but then I abandoned the idea. And I just was working with one high for the whole building. But in the front, I created the shape for plants, like a planter box or something, which I think was giving it a little better dimension. And now we are inside of it, and now I'm creating a layout. For sure, I knew that upstairs I want to have the running machines. And then downstairs, I wanted to have a place to change, and I wanted to have the showers, of course. I also split the area to the men and women part, and I even created a separate women gym for the women to not be bothered by the men's gaze, which might be an issue. If you want to play like this, it's totally possible. I split the areas by the door, so your sim could definitely not go into the men's gym and into the women's gym. Even though the men don't really have their own separate gym, upstairs will be a gym for everyone, but the women will have their own space. I'm creating now an entrance hall, and I wanted to limit this build again to only one pack, so I used only Spa Day as DLC. But I placed in the middle a bar, so your sim can hire a vendor to tend the bar, so you will have a feeling that someone is actually there, and your sim can actually go there and then drink if he would want to. And now you can see me creating the upstairs area, which will be open space, which I wanted to have it open spaced, and plenty of gym equipments. This is an area for everyone. And then downstairs, now I split the area to the women's and men's part. On the left side, you can see the yoga area, which is only for women, and this small area, which is going to be a gym just for the women. I also creating the pool, which is going to be for everyone. So you can enter it from the men's and women's part, but you cannot enter each other. And I also created this squash area. I know it's not functional, but I love to have it there so much. I think it looked fantastic there. I also wanted that if you are in the pool, no one can really see you, so I didn't want to have any windows there, but it was so dark, so I decided to create the windows at least on the roof. And next to the windows, I created this small green garden, which is going to be a meditation area for your Sims. And if you're a female and you want to use better gym equipments, because this is how it is in the gyms, at least this is how I remember it. In this women's part, there are some equipments, but they are not as good or as strong, I would say, as I would want them to be. So anyway, the men's part is, in my opinion, better. And by putting those stairs next to each other, I actually wanted to visually somehow create a metaphor that this is where the paths are crossing and the women and the men are actually getting together in one space through these stairs, which are at the same spots. And since I decided to limit myself, I could not really use the weights from the adventurer weights. So I placed there the weights which were created by creators and are on the gallery. I will link their names also down below. It looks super cool, and at the end your Sims, when they are in the gym, it's no difference if they are using the weights or if they are using the gym equipment. From the skill building perspective, it would be the same, so it's really just a visual. And the visual you have there thanks to these creators who created it. I've placed a limited amount of gym equipment also downstairs, as I said, for the women's part. And then I placed the snack machines around. It was a reward from the reward event, so if you don't have it, actually you can download it from the gallery, or if you don't have it, it's also not a big deal. Your sim can just not eat a snack. I placed there also a fridge, so if your sim will be hungry, he can always make himself a sandwich or something, or drink a juice. And behind the counters, I placed there this decoration from the spa day. In my mind, those are maybe like supplements or protein shakes or something like this, which is then sold there. And I also placed there the fence, because again, in my mind, when you're coming into a gym, you go through the kiosk and then the doors are opening. There is no kiosk, you can put it there if you have the DLC for that, but you can get through even without it. It just looked cool, and it looked also realistic, and you all know that I'm a sucker for realism, so I'm trying to make my builds as realistic as possible. And speaking of realism, I wanted to have plenty of posters. Unfortunately, in the game was nothing which was really resembling or speaking to me, so I went to a gallery and downloaded these beautiful pictures. I will also link down below the creators, and I think it was fitting there super good. And maybe you are wondering, what for are these 4 doors which I created? Isn't there enough toilets already? Yes, there is plenty of toilets, and it's not gonna be toilets, it's going to be the massage area. That was actually the main reason why I wanted to have the spa day in this build, because originally I was thinking I can make it just a bit the base game, it will look amazing, but I really wanted to have massages there, especially in the game. Your sim can very often pull the muscles, so to have a massage there directly was being very reasonable to me. And again, I didn't want that someone will peek through while you're having a massage, so I didn't want to have there any windows whatsoever. But it was again very dark, so I created then the ceiling windows in the ceiling, which you can do with the base game. I created a short how to do this, so if you're interested, make sure to check the link down below. And with the rooms, I just copy paste every room, so they are exactly the same. And you may be asking, what are those red stuff there? What are those red balloons there? In my mind, this was a ball to exercise, which you have in the gym. I know it's again not functional really, but it looked cool and it also made sense, and I see this in the gyms very often, and I really wanted to have it there. Now I'm redecorating the inside a little more, so I'm putting some more stuff in the women's part of the gym. I'm changing the colors to make it a little more feminine. Upstairs I'm making it a little more gender neutral, and then I placed there, since I was having a spa day, I placed there also a sauna, because why not? If I'm in the gym and I maybe want to go to swim, or I just want to release the steam after some time, or I'm just coming there to take a sauna, I want to have it there, and it's in the pack included, so why not to have it there? And I think it was also filling the space pretty nicely and was fitting with the whole vibe of the area. I also found the water machine someone put on the gallery. I will link the name again below. It's crazy what people can create, how creative they all are. Now I placed downstairs a little more equipment for the men's part, because I really had no clue what more I should put there. And now I'm splitting the area, women and the men. I was not set on those doors. I would really wish there would be higher, but there is nothing like that. And I put there also these ventilations on the walls to resemble the AC, which should be in the gym. No one wants to have sweaty and hot gym. I've also placed the counters under the window. In my mind, this is where you put your towel, this is where you put your drink if you have something with you, or when you just want to chill and sit after a marathon which you were just running. And I also like, by the way, during placing these running machines, that you're actually looking from inside outside, because this is exactly what I see in the gym. You look and there are people looking at you from running on their machines. As the last thing what I will do with the interior is to illuminate it. I wanted to have the modern light. So I placed there the lights on the ground. I placed there these tall lights which go on the wall. I've placed there also the mirrors which have the lights behind to make it as modern as was possible. And to finish the exterior of the gym, I wanted to mimic somehow the front parts. So on the sides, I've created again these planter boxes using just the half walls, and I raised the platform a little higher and placed there the plants. I think it looks incredibly good, honestly. And I just repeated the whole thing on the other side, placed the trash bins in between, and then placed the lights from the D-bag because I like them way better than the standard lights from the menu around. I placed there also the benches, but that's about it from the whole build. I was having so much fun building this, especially because it's something different. I hope you're inspired where to go next during this springtime. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the notification every time I post a new video. Have a wonderful rest of the day and see you next time. Bye bye!